the week, Jordan. This is technically speaking, sort of, until this year. Wow, really, 2020, 2024. This was really Lindsay Lohan's last movie. Like she did some stuff. Like she was kind of like background characters. Like usually she would be herself, but like this came out in 2013. She doesn't do another movie till like 2019, and then she's done a bunch of like Netflix kind of Hallmarkish kind of movies. Okay. How do I do this in a PG way? I'm gonna say some stuff, and I'm gonna need you to not ask me how I know this. So,
I will try.
This movie is called The Canyons. This is The Canyons.
Movies. I really, really like movies. When's the last time you went to see a movie in a theater? You know, a movie that you really thought meant something to you. I don't know. You know, I guess maybe it's just not my thing anymore.
I like making my own movies.
What do you mean you make your own movies?
I guess I'd like to keep some parts of my life private.
Nobody has a private life anymore, Tara.
And The Canyons stars Lindsay Lohan, and it stars the male porn star James Deen as the lead role. It also features another male porn star. And this movie is basically, you know, like the 5 to 10 minutes of porn before they have sex?
Yes.
This movie is an hour and 45 minutes of that, with a couple of sex scenes, which aren't very good. So this movie is Lindsay Lohan is the girlfriend of the porn star James Deen, who in this movie is just the porn star James Deen. I won't get into what he's done in real life. Suffice it to say,
porn.
No,
that's
not.
That's all you need to say.
Let me finish. That's not porn. All the bad shit. I'm not gonna get into all the bad shit he's done. He's done a lot of bad shit. He's a bad guy. He's done a lot of bad shit to women. That's all you need to know. Similar shit to what he does in this movie to women. Allegedly. We wouldn't want to get sued by porn star James Deen. And also, there's another porn star in this as well, male porn star, in a very weird scene. So,
Lindsay
Lohan is the girlfriend of James Deen. And James Deen is a movie producer whose assistant really wants to produce this movie with this particular actor. And this actor, spoiler alert, is the ex-boyfriend of Lindsay Lohan. And they are now currently sleeping together. And James Deen is like a rich playboy style. Like he convinces Lindsay Lohan to like invite guys over via a dating app, and they have a bunch of group sex together. And the big thing with this movie is it is incredibly explicit. Like
so,
we see in dong.
Are you sure this was a movie and not porn?
It's not porn because it's got Lindsay Lohan in it.
That doesn't mean it's not. That doesn't mean it's not porn.
You never see anything fully at the. No, it's only ever soft and floppy. But you do see a lot of dong in this movie. There's a great deal of penis in this movie. But yes, this movie's bad. Like it's bad. The dialogue is horrendous. Like there's a lot of moments where like this is all right for the first 15 minutes of porn, but for an actual movie, this is horrendous. And so it turns out that Lindsay or the ex-boyfriend of Lindsay Lohan, who is not James Deen, discovers that James Deen is cheating on Lindsay Lohan with his ex-girlfriend, whom he goes to and convinces her to say that James Deen facilitated her assault, which the entire time I'm trying to make sense of this movie, which I often do, and I'm sure you do the same thing. Read the Wikipedia article to make sense of what's happening, and the Wikipedia article,
I do that.
The Wikipedia article makes this movie sound way more violent than it. I don't know how it's like. The Wikipedia article says that James Deen did this stuff, but in the movie they say that the boyfriend said to the ex-girlfriend to say this stuff so that Lindsay Lohan would break up with James Deen, that he didn't actually do it. But the Wikipedia article paints it as though he did actually do it. Or like early on in the movie, James Deen convinces one of the guys working on the movie who's gay to say to the boyfriend, we're going to fire you if you don't, with the gay guy. And the gay guy's like, I'm like best friends with his girlfriend. I don't feel comfortable doing that. And he's like, come on, do it. You see if he says yes, and like if he says no, you just say it was my idea and it was a practical joke. And several scenes pass in between this conversation, and then the guy invites the boyfriend to his office, and he's like, close the door. He's like, why close the door? We're the only ones here. And he's like, because, and then he makes a pass at him, and the boyfriend's like, all right, and he gets up and he's like, do it then. And then the scene just ends, and he gets into the car, and he calls the ex-girlfriend. And it doesn't really indicate as to whether or not he said no or not, or whether or not he actually did it, or if he stopped it, or if they went all the way. And it never comes back. Ever. They don't bring it up again. They don't mention it again.
Did you want it to?
Well, just the way that the scene is referenced, kinda, yeah, because it's a bit that they spend 5 to 10 minutes setting up. Like, yeah, you at least want him to be like, nah, I didn't do it, or nah, I did it, or something, some resolution to the scene. I don't want to see them actually doing it, but I want a scene later where he says he did it or not, or show him saying no if he said no. There's no, nothing comes of it. It's really bizarre.
like a scene of him crying in the shower, being like, I feel dirty.
Or, well, no, because him getting up and be like doing it is framed as though he's calling this guy's bluff. But you never actually see him be like, oh, I'm just kidding, I'm just messing around, or oh, I'm just whatever. It seems to be framed as though he did it, and he doesn't seem ashamed of it, or not that he has to be, but like he cheated on his girlfriend. Like it's weird that later on in the movie he's like, oh no, I'm sleeping with Lindsay Lohan, but they never anyway. And so, the girlfriend says this to Lindsay Lohan. And Lindsay Lohan instigates
orgy
without the F, and encourages James Deen to do a bunch of gay stuff, and they show it to you, and
not gay if it's in a 3-way.
Technically, it was a 4-way, but still, and so the entire movie, he's been going to these therapy sessions off screen, and Lindsay Lohan is pushing him to find out why he's going to these therapy sessions. So they finally show the therapy session. Oh, and so he finds out the whole bit is he's rich and connected and whatever, and he finds out that Lindsay Lohan is cheating with this guy who he suspected she was the whole time, and she's like a bored, like she just dates rich guys and gets bored kind of woman. That's her whole deal. So and her performance in this is sluggish. Like the dialogue is bad. The acting is just not good. You can tell she's very much on
phoning
drugs, or she's coming off of drugs, but anyway, according to what I read about it, she didn't promote this because she thought she was afraid she was gonna relapse. So he finds out, that she's cheating on him, whatever. He assaults her, but just sort of pushes her to the ground and screams at her. But the movie does that thing where it pretends like he's done kind of more than he has. Like, not that I'm saying pushing her to the ground and screaming in her face is not bad. It is, but it's like the Wikipedia article made it sound like he assaulted her, and I was like, that's not really how I would describe that scene.
Technically, that is assault.
It is, but The
I
painter,
understand.
yeah,
I understand
he
what you're
beat
saying.
the crap out of her, or he did her. And so
I'm just saying, technically, it is assault.
he goes. You finally see him at this therapist, and his therapist is like a famous movie director. I don't mean like in the movie. I mean like he's played by this randomly famous. You wouldn't know his name, but he's a famous movie director. And it's revealed that he's like, oh yeah, no, when we were doing the thing with the guy, and she made me do all that gay stuff. I didn't like that because I felt like I was out of control, and I don't like it when I'm out of control. And you find out that he's only going to therapy because if he doesn't go to therapy, he loses his trust fund. So he's only going to it because his dad is making him go to it. And so the Wikipedia article says he goes and he confronts the ex-girlfriend who said that he facilitated a gang assault on her. He goes to her place, and the Wikipedia article says he stabs her in a fit of rage. And that's not what happens. Like, it makes it sound like he did this emotionally. And in the actual movie, he shows up wearing like a sweater, a hoodie, long pants, gloves, and a knife. And it's like, no, this is not done and he does it very calmly. And it's like, no, this is a premeditated murder. He murdered this woman. And he goes back home, and Lindsay Lohan is there, packed, and she's like, yeah, I'm leaving you. And she's like, you have to let me leave you. I have to let me leave you. And he's like, I'll let you leave on 2 conditions. 1, you never see, I'm going to call him Mark. You never see Mark ever again. You never talk to him, you never see him, you never interact with him. And B, you give me an alibi. She's like, for what? Like, it doesn't matter. And she starts freaking out. Like, doesn't matter. All you need to know is that I've been here the whole time. I went to the therapist, and then I came here. And then...
Oh, so Mark is dead.
So she's like, fine. Oh, and if you see Mark or whatever, I will kill him, basically. I will murder him, and I will get away with it because I'm rich. And then it hard cuts, and she's now dating someone else, and she's at lunch with another couple, and she's like, oh, are you with Christian? He really reminded me of a fucked up version of 50 Shades. Well, not to say it. It reminded me of 50 Shades of Grey. That's what it reminded me of. He reminded me of Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey, and his name is Christian. But she's like, oh, have you seen Christian? He's like, oh no, I mean, I talk to him every once in a while, but we broke up and we are no longer together, and yada yada yada. And earlier in the movie, Christian had sent his assistant to check on to basically interrogate Lindsay Lohan. And so the scene set up so you'd think it's Christian checking in on her. And the girl walks in and she picks up the phone and she's talking to this person like, yeah, she's very clearly miserable, but she's faking it and she seems to be all right and she's not seeing Christian anymore. And it cuts to the other side of the phone call and it's Mark. And Mark is sitting there alone and he's trying to get back in contact with her, and that's where the movie ends. And yeah, this movie is porn. It's like again, and I'm not talking like cheap. I'm talking like expensive, like old school. These have a plot. Like it's all the sex scenes between like a high budgeted porn. Like it's the only reasonable explanation as I could think as to why you would have a guy. You would hire a guy who's clearly comfortable with being full-born naked on camera, and then hiring another guy who's has a similar comfortability of just being naked and showing your junk on camera. Because yeah, you see a lot of wang in this movie. A lot of wang. And it's bad. It's a bad movie. So does this make you more uncomfortable than the Georgia Rules?
No, it's still not about a child.
Still not about a minor? Yeah, no, that's fair. She still is very much an adult. That is completely fair. What are these last 3 movies, though? Were they uncomfortable?
I mean, they just sound bad.
They are bad.
Like,
they're very bad.
I don't know. It's sort of different having someone describe it to you versus watching it.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
I certainly... You're not making me want to watch them.
I would not recommend it. No, I know Who Killed Me. I would that one's worth checking out just because it's so weird. This is just like, yeah, it's like she's at the end of her career. It's a she's the most famous person in the movie besides Gus Van Sant. But you don't know. She's the most famous person in it. She agreed to do it because there was no other work kind of movies.
Yeah, like I think that's the difference. Is this one that you're describing doesn't sound uncomfortable necessarily. It just sounds sad.
It's like, yeah, it's like this is like she has nowhere. No one else will hire her. She's burned every bridge in Hollywood. Desperate. This has a cloying desperation, and like she's like, yeah, I need to work. And truly, because she didn't do anything else until like 2022. That's when she started to get work again. So this is the movie. It's either this or Georgia Rule. These are the ones that got her blacklisted from Hollywood. Yeah, bad movies. I felt bad as I was watching this because I got a real good slice of her career, and I felt bad for her because she was talented, and maybe her newer movies are good, but none of them look good. They all look like they're middling efforts, and it's like, man, she could have done something. She could have been something. That is the end of Pick an Actress 2. Hey there, everybody. It's NCard Justin here. Let me know down in the comments. Have you seen this very weird Lindsay Lohan movie? Have you even heard of this movie? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But in the meantime, if you would like to see the full podcast that this is from, our Pick an Actress 2, click the box on the left. Or if you just want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, you can click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. Or you can just leave us a like. That helps us out too. We will see you all in the next video.